All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Lady Nyca. In with Queen Sugar. I know I'm a day late and a dollar short, but y'all see I got distracted this week, honey. Look at the damn list of videos that came out there. It'll kind of give you an idea of what the lady been doing and what the lady been going through. So I'm trying to shift back on track and get back to what it is that we do down here on YouTube on the channel that is entitled Lady Nyca. Okay, so a day late, dollar short, but I hope I can deliver to you this episode and get your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section as best I can. I apologize, I'm not on camera. I'm not on camera for one, I'm at work. For two, I didn't have time to pre-record, so I wanted to get my stuff out today so that tomorrow can be on camera with Love After Lockup after it premieres tonight, child. So let's talk about these child, let's talk about this mess that the Nova Borderline done started down here in St. Joe Parish in Louisiana, okay? Girl, you done caused so much hurt, Miss Nova. Your whole family. You got Aunt Vi down to the bathroom crying, trying to pull herself together and pep talk herself. Hollywood at the door, worried about her, trying to check on Aunt Vi and whatnot. Vi said she came out that bedroom and said she done called Nova. She done been up all night reading that book. She done called Nova. She ain't answering, but she said she ain't got no problem. We're going down to the ninth ward to gather Nova's boots. I said, yes, God, honey. Meanwhile, Nova is getting dressed and she get a FaceTime. I'm assuming it's somebody from this publishing house, an editor perhaps or something. But they're calling they FaceTime and let her know that she is going to have a glowing review from the New York Times, and it's going to be out later that day. Nova is proud, but my thing is this. You could have got that same kind of approval and appraising from doing a fictional book of the same caliber, keeping your family business out of it. That's all I'm saying. Now, we got Ralph Angel over at the farm, and Prosper come over there to see about him and whatnot. And he can tell something on Ralph Angel's mind. Ralph Angel's telling him about Nova Book. And her telling all his business, especially involving his son. Gonna tell the world that Ralph Angel not Blue's biological father. Prosper say, well, first of all, is there anything I need to be concerned about since she around here spilling everybody's tea? Ralph Angel said, I don't think so, but there's one never knows. Then Prosper laid something on Ralph Angel's heart that I hope brought him a little comfort. He said, Ralph Angel, my father that raised me is not my biological daddy. Now, he said biblical daddy, but that's how we talk down here in the South. He said, that's not my biological daddy. I found out when I was in high school, but you know what? It didn't matter none to me because that man loved and treated me and reared me like I was own. He was more of a daddy to me than my own biological father. So I'm all right with it, and Blue gonna be all right with it with you. Now, he was trying to comfort Ralph Angel, okay? Then we find out that one of his illegal immigrant workers then got sick and can't go down to the doctor's office for obvious reasons. That prompts Ralph Angel to have to give Charlie a call, and she said she thinks she got a solution. She thinks she can fix that. Let her holler back at him. She got with her boo Ramon, and they talking about building these like undercover help centers or whatnot for these illegal immigrants and whatnot. And I was fine with that. I ain't gonna lie, I was fine with that. I know some people who follow political stuff would have a whole lot for that right there, but I don't have nothing for it, child. This is a TV show. Get over it. Anyway, Charlie next is seen calling Miss Frances Boudreaux, and she ain't getting no answer. In fact, her secretary says she out. So Charlie leaves a message. I want Frances to try to give me a call back as soon as possible because I'm trying to figure out how Jacob and I have the same amount of interest in this in the Landry company, but he allowed to go to board meetings and to vote, and I'm not. Okay. Jacob wasn't answering his phone either, so she did a pop-up on him, and as soon as she walked up in there, he was in a meeting with this dude by the name of Hank, who we later found out is a consultant and for the company, and he knows all of the shareholders in their business. So that's how he knew her. But see, he was also nosy because he was trying to hear what Charlie came to say to Jacob. They go off to talk privately. She want to know how he got to be in those meetings and get a vote. And they share the same amount of shares. He said Sam put in a new bylaw that allows him to place my shares with his, and it allows me to be able to vote. It allows any family member in that situation to vote. She like, okay, this some bull. Now he starts telling her some stuff stuff is going on. He very vague, like he don't really want to tell her everything. He let her know my mama is out of town in DC working on some things. That right there made her like pause a minute, like, okay, it's some dirty mess going on here and around here. Child, he went on to try to give her a sob story about growing up privileged, but void of love and support. Child, bye. Charlie was not feeling that, and she not going to be silent. She gonna bring the noise. In fact, she got her PI girl on it to find out about this property that apparently has been bought by the Boudreaux and what they planning on doing. See, Jacob want her to be quiet, but she ain't finna be quiet because she knows something sinister is going on. Ain't nothing ever good when it involves the Boudreaux and the Landrys. Now, Nyca is reading over book, child. Halfway through it from what it seemed like to me when Charlie comes in seeing him reading it, and she just went in the kitchen and wait for it. Child, he came right on there talking about he can't believe that she paid a lady that his daddy was cheating on to go away. He don't understand her anymore. Now, she telling him not to believe everything he reads because it's a little bit more to that story than what's appearing on black and white. He said, but I trust the person that wrote this book. And Charlie asked, so that means you don't trust me? He said, let's change the subject. So he's saying he know the person that wrote it, but he don't trust his own mother. He going by Nova's perspective without asking his own mama. Baby, kids can be hurtful these days, can't it? Now, Nova was on this interview thing, child, and this family is saying how they love her book, and the daughter went to talking about she can relate to the relationship between Charlie and Nova, and that she has similar situations like that with her mom, and wanted to know how did they make it to a healthier place. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, girl, I know damn well you ain't finna sit here and lie and make it seem like you and Charlie on good terms. But of course she did. She lied. She made it seem like it was a process and all of this. She don't know that these people don't know that Charlie don't fool with her, and neither does the rest of her family because of this book yet. Now down to the schoolhouse, Michael getting a cold shoulder from Kiki, because see, she don't like that violent shit. Remember when he whooped a white boy for the Black Panther references? He said old boy knew what he was doing, and if it wasn't him, it was gonna be somebody else. She saying, I done do with that, I'm dating you. I don't like that. But baby, you know he sweet talked her real good, and she fell for it, and I can dig it. They young. Later on, they over at Mike and them house, and the mail come, and he got a death threat in there. He tell Charlie about it, and she said she gonna take care of it, but he questioning how. She asked him, why here lately it seemed like you act like I don't know how to be your mom and handle things. He tried to have some reasoning such as their values and views differ, but baby, she calmly opened up that drawer on her desk. Baby, and she showed his young little ass every letter that came threatening him. She let him know it was me that sent you to Paris for the summer and put a security detail on you the entire time that you never even noticed. She showed him the letters that came when she was taking him to the airports and the ones that have come since he has been back home. She let his ass know she on her job all the time, protecting him even when he ain't aware. So let her do her job, sit back, and protect him. He couldn't say a damn thing, and you can't. He couldn't. Child, we seen Ralph Angel go to lunch with his little Miss D.A. girl. I don't know her name. But we find out she open to him, and she know a little bit about him because she did some background checking on him. She also understands the blue darling him situation, trying to co-parent, because she say her baby daddy don't even come around that often, child. So she with it. After the day, he gotta go talk to Darla and let Darla know that Nova done put our business down in this book. Now Darla is upset as hell because they know that with this book coming out, people talk. Eventually, Lil Blue gonna hear or find out that Ralph Angel ain't his biological father because Nova done been so callous. She done put that in the book. Plus, everybody gonna talk about it when it hit the shelves. So, Darling and Ralph Angel make a grown person decision. We're gonna sit down and talk to him ourselves. Jimmy Dale done brought his ass to Vidana. She trying to work in peace. She already in her fields because she done been up all night long because Nova done wrote this book and she had to read it. Baby, when she heard him, you could see the fear and the transformation in that woman's face. When she turned around and saw him, fainted dead to the floor. Straight traumatized that woman. She came through Hollywood trying to, revive her and check on her. Jimmy Dale got the wet towel for her, acting all helpful. Then he just disappeared, child. When Vi in Hollywood went home later on, she told him that Jimmy Dale came to that restaurant and that's why she fainted. She described him, and baby Hollywood went gangster gospel gangster, whatever you want to call it, good man gangster, right then. He said, I don't appreciate that shit. He gonna come up in here like he's some good Samaritan. All along, he know he the reason why you done got upset like that, and what the hell is he here for anyway? Baby, he called down there to the diner and told them, if that dude with that white beard rolled back up in that diner, y'all let me know, and they did. They sure did, and he showed up. He pulled up, confronted Jimmy Dale, let him know what it was and where it was going. Then he told old Jimmy Dale to make a move around because it ain't nothing for him here. Homeboy gonna try to make it seem like he was just coming through to speak to an old friend, like he ain't never violated and mistreated Vi and everything is good. He gonna tell him that he was once a borderline. That was once. That's just like almost. Almost doesn't count. Once don't either, honey. Okay? So, to Hollywood, he think he went back and told Vi that he spoke to Jimmy Dale and saw him getting on the highway out of town. Well, Jimmy Dale ain't new to this. He true to this, baby. He knew you was following him. He done double back and wind up going to Vi house. And once again, you can see the control and the fear this man has put in this woman because she literally froze there. She went to that door thinking that was her husband knocking on that door, only to look at him. And she had just been looking at some trinkets reminding her, of when she was with him and what she went through. And she had just told herself she was in control and was never going to let him have that kind of control over her again because she a woman. Child, she froze at that door. I was hoping she would just close it, but he got something over her that made her open that door and let him come in. And he coming there talking about this still his house, things the same. She told him no, it ain't, and get out. Now, he was talking mad shit to her at that point. Nova shows up and going in on Jimmy Dale, and he talking about, well, good to see you again, Nova. If I say again, she talking about, let me explain. If I ain't trying to hear that, she don't want to hear none of that shit. Now, I don't know what happened that caused them to wind up whooping his ass by and Nova together. They whooped him clean on out the house, off the porch, baby. Right into the hands of Hollywood, who had walked up and tagged in and started mollywopping Jimmy Dale old ass. Yes, God, he did. He had just sat in that man's house and made fun of his name and everything. Now that dude that you thought was a little kid and he was something to be laughed at is mollywopping the hell out of you. He whooped his ass, baby. I'm telling you, it took Vi and Nova to finally be able to get Hollywood off him enough to allow Jimmy Dale to get up off that ground blooded and bruised. But he was still talking major shit. He said Vi will always be Ernest's little sassy ass sister. And basically, he called her a hoe because he said she had some hot ass. That's all she good for. Now, that made, he also said that he tried to turn a hoe into a housewife. That made Nova and Vi have to work harder to restrain Hollywood because he was trying to get at Jimmy Dale old ass once more and again. He claimed he came through there to apologize, but He see ain't nothing changed, so he ain't sorry about shit. He took his battered and bruised ass on to that dated ass Cadillac and rolled out. That's what he did. I told y'all, you can't trust a bitch with a white beard, cowboy boots, and an old ass Cadillac. Don't do it. And if you from the South, you know what I mean. Don't trust that kind. Now back in the house, Vi is wrapping up Hollywood's hand, and she won't answers from Nova. Nova say, I did meet up with Jimmy Dale to get his perspective, but I soon realized that he was a fuck nigga, and that's why I didn't put his perspective in the book. Because I knew then, after meeting with him, that Vi was right about him. Now, girl, you really did all that. You brought this violent-ass man back into your ain't life after knowing how he traumatized her at one time. Instead of talking to your family, you did what you felt was best for you, Miss Nova. Vi said your daddy would be torn up and upset, but your mama would do exactly what I'm about to do. Nova, vote along. This your last time I ever want to see you. You are not welcome to come to my house. Do not dot my doorstep. We are done. Now leave. And she had to take that walk of shame, leaving, starting to finally realize she just destroyed her family relationship with her. And that was it. That was all, family. Y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this week's episode of Queen Sugar. Again, I apologize for being late with the review. Y'all know what I've been going through. If you look at my list of videos, child, you know what I've been going. I was triggered, girl. I was triggered. But I'm back now, and I'm trying to get back on track. And although this is a work day for my real money, I can't neglect my side money, which in my obligations over here to my supporters, my love things, because I don't have fans. I got love things over here on YouTube. So, y'all let me know what y'all think about this week's episode. And remember, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video. Ratings get me recognized on these YT streets. Comment down below in the panic, aka comments. Let me know what you think about this episode. Do you think Nova is going to be able to come back from all of this? I don't see it, but you know, stranger things have happened. If you have not become a love thing today, please hit the subscribe button. And if you're on YouTube, once you subscribe to the channel, please double tap the notification bell button that will appear so that each and every time I go live or upload a video from this channel, you will be notified. And I will see you guys back on my next break for Fuck Shit Friday. Peace.